Melodifestivalen 2025, the grand final in now the Strawberry Arena, what used to be the Friends Arena. With us now is Maja Ivarsson, and she sings the song Kamikaze Life.
Yeah.
Maja, how is it to be on stage and be part of this big roadshow of Sweden, trying to find the song for Eurovision?
It's such a blessing for me to do something different. I mean, I do have a really long career in a rock band, but this is totally different, the production team, and it's such a blessing for me to be able to learn something new. And I love my song, and that is the only reason to why I participated in a competition like this. So it's so much fun, it's a lot of new lessons, and a lot of joy.
Now, let me ask you one question first. This is the second question. Who is your music idol?
Wow. I have many music idols, but I think a lot of women in rock have made a path for me. I would say Debbie Harry was my first crush. Kim Wilde, obviously. Stevie Nicks, Courtney Love, Tina Turner, Grace Jones. The list is long.
You mentioned one of them, Kim Wilde.
Yeah.
The song you sing, Kamikaze Life, is very much like Kids in America to me. And was it an animation in co-writing the song for you?
Not actually when we wrote the song, but I had her video for that song in mind when I wrote the number. I'm actually doing an homage for my own song that I wrote with the sounds called Living in America. Mm-hmm. But back then I obviously did hear Kids in America, and it's just like such a powerful word. And I've been to the US many times, and it was more of an homage for myself and my band. But I think the sound and the song and the style goes very well hand in hand with Kim Wilde, and I think it's a compliment. It's not something I'm trying to hide.
That was also meant in a positive way.
Yeah,
that Kim Wilde.
Yeah, I love it. I love
it. We are part of the 50s, and in our 50s, so we grew up with that songs in the 80s. So it's good to bringing that kind of music back to Melodifestivalen.
It was such an era, you know. These songs are classics for a reason, and I think if they're classics, they're gonna last for another 30, 50 years, whatever it is. And I think if I could ever do something similar, it's a compliment. So I love it.
The song is called Kamikaze Life. What is it about?
It is about my life. I've had a really crazy kind of life. I've been living the rock and roll cliche. I've had a lot of ups and downs, and I've been touring the world, and I've had a lot of parties and a lot of crazy stuff going on. But it's basically about how you deal with failure, and sometimes about how you deal with when things are not going your way, and how do you pick yourself up, and what do you do to get up again. Sometimes I think that defines people more than success, is how you deal with the hard times. And this is a bit of a revenge song for me, you know? So yeah.
Maja, you just mentioned you've been touring with famous artists around the world. Can you name some of the artists you are really proud of?
Oh, wow. I've been touring with Foo Fighters, The Strokes, No Doubt, Joe and Jet, NoFX, Bad Religion, Paramore, Katy Perry, what else?
It's already quite a lot.
Plenty more.
And I need to ask you, what is your favorite horror movie?
Wow, I do not like horror movies. My imagination is super wild, so I get really scared. But I saw Chainsaw Massacre when I was quite young, and maybe that messed me up. It's a scary one.
But do you have an explanation why your songs appeared in the horror movies as a soundtrack?
Okay, now I get it. Oh man, I was too slow. That is true. Okay, cut. My favorite horror movie is Scream 4. My God, my bad. We've had so much music in video games and movies and commercials and stuff, so thank you for reminding me. Scream franchise and those kind of movies we had in Final Destination as well. It was a certain kind of era of kind of geeky kind of horror movies. I like the old school a little bit more myself, like Psycho and stuff like that.
Have you been following Melodifestivalen before, and was it the first time you thought about entering, or did you have already some plans before?
Actually, with my band, they've approached us and asked us if we wanted to participate, but we said it's not really a live how do you say, competition. It's about an artist singing competition. So I would never put my boys in the band up on stage and pretend to play their instrument. That is not cool. But my son is born in February, and when I was a new mom with a new baby, and that was my first time I was spending a lot of time back home in Sweden and not being on the road. And the only thing that was on TV in Sweden was Melodifestivalen. So I was sitting there breastfeeding my little baby, like, what is this? So that was the first time in 2015 when I actually started to watch Melodifestivalen for real as an adult. And but it's a song that I wrote together with these excellent songwriters, and I think it's just so perfect for this competition. I really do think so. So yeah.
Now, in the performance, you are using a microphone with wires.
Yes.
We haven't seen this for a long time.
I know.
Why did you pick that?
Because that is what I use on stage, and I have a certain kind of style, I guess, and a gimmick. And that was my first question in the first meeting with the Swedish television company. I was like, is it possible for me to have a regular microphone? I don't want any like glitter and stuff, like a real punk rock microphone with a cable, and so I can do my little thing. And she was like, yeah, we'll work it out. Just haven't had it in 30 years, but I guess, yeah, we'll make it happen.
Maja, it's been a pleasure to meet you. We're looking forward to see you perform the song in front of an audience yet again.
Yeah.
Here, because after the heats, you have the Friends Arena or Strawberry Arena full. All the best of luck. We see you tomorrow.
Thank you so much. So nice to meet you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.